Okay, hello everyone. I am Leo and I have been volunteering at EFA for 2 years now. I am just like a volunteer, just like you guys, and I'm here to try to help you to create a more creative lesson for the students to enjoy.
Hi everybody, I'm Gloria. Hopefully you remember me from the first video. And yes, so we have Leo. He's a phenomenal teacher. He'll be helping us today with showing you how to teach some of the slides in one of our more generic lessons. So these are lessons for Ningxia, for Jiangxi, and hopefully for other schools in the future as well. So we'll be going through 3 slides in this video. The first one is this slide. So it's a typical vocabulary slide. We have the image on one side and the Chinese and English translation on the other. So usually when we do this, we want the kids to repeat after ourselves. So we'll say, 这是橙色, as you can see in this picture. And then we'll say orange. So they get an overview of how to say this word. But what most teachers should do is split the word up so that it's easier for them to understand. So 第一部分呢是 or, and then 第二部分呢是 inch. So have them repeat after you, or, and then they'll say or, they'll say or. So usually we do that 3 times, and then inch, the same thing for the ending. And then make sure you highlight the part that you're saying as well so that they can see clearly like which part you're saying. And then once you've done the parts, you can say the full word, orange. Try to do it a little bit slower at first. So orange, they'll say it. Orange, they'll say it, and then say it like just the word orange, orange. And then just say, yeah, so orange is 橙色. So because we're from North America, our pronunciation is probably going to be better than their teachers. So we really want to put an emphasis on good pronunciation for them. So if their pronunciation isn't quite there, try to go through the word again. Okay, that's it for slide 3. The next slide we'll be looking at is slide 22. So this is the sort of review of the vocab. We have the English on one side and the images on the other. Sometimes it's the Chinese. And what you do is basically just go down, red, 红色. And you kind of want to interact with the students. So orange, 是什么? And then they'll answer. And you'll be like, yeah, good job. Be encouraging as well. Except say it in Chinese. So 非常棒, 很好, that sort of thing. And try to vary it as you go down so that it's not too repetitive. And then the last slide we'll be going through today is this slide. So this is an activity slide, and the purpose of this slide is basically to fill in the blanks with a color. So we see the image on this side, and then we want to fill in the blanks. So we say, oh, 这是个帽子，帽子呢，英语是 hat. 这帽子是什么颜色呢? It's pink. So they'll say pink, and you'll be like, 非常好, pink. And then you want to make it different for each one as well. Okay, so that's sort of like the standard way of teaching. That's sort of what you would do if you're newer to teaching, you're not too comfortable with it yet. That's how you would go with these slides. But Leo will show you how you can put a creative twist to them.
All right, guys. Okay, so as Gloria said, if you're new to this, please get familiar with how to teach kids. And, you know, if you think you're ready for the next step, just follow me and I'll lead you through it. So for teaching basic vocab, there's nothing really new to it. You probably just want to, because it's getting down to the nitty-gritty, so like you just want to get them really familiar with the word. So probably Gloria's way is the best way to do it, is to splitting up the word and repeating it 3 to 5 times. But later in slide 22, there are many interesting ways to do it. Okay. So, okay, for me, my strategy is to look around in my room and to find something interesting that, you know, relates to the topic. For example, I have books, I have rulers, I have planes. Look, I literally have an airplane right next to me. So maybe, you know, children are interested in airplanes. So what is the color of this? 白色. How do you say 白色 in English? White. Okay. How do you say 蓝色 in English? Blue. Okay. So as you can see, like, taking something from your room and presenting it to the class and somewhat relating it to the topic is very creative and can give you a lot of inspiration on how to make it more fun and better for the class. And okay, you asked me, what if your room is just a white room and with a bed? Think about something throughout your day, you know, like What happened in your day that's the most interesting? Oh, I just ate a burrito. That's great. Burrito. What is the color of burrito? Oh, 棕色. How do you say 棕色? Brown. Okay, maybe they don't know the burrito. And then you probably just say, oh, burrito is a Mexican food that we American eat a lot. And okay, there's also one thing that volunteers need to think about is that different branches have different teaching styles. For example, Ningxia obviously is our oldest yet the youngest branch because the students are the youngest. So you might want to play games with them, but you might not want to do that with the Inner Mongolian kids because they're the oldest. And you might want to, like have some more matured practices, such as like, oh, you can like write a poem with them or like sing a song with them. And, again, relating something that's in your room or like in your life that relates to the topic and presenting it to the class. Okay, that's it for this slide. And the next slide, activities. So, okay, for activities, my pro tip is to involve the teacher if there is a teacher or a parent if you're teaching Chongqing branch to, try to maintain the control of the classroom. For activities, you will have to determine if you want one person to participate or the whole class to participate. Well, okay, this might be a good time for teachers to come in. You can tell, because I know Ningxia teacher is Ma Lao Shi, so I'll go like, oh, Ma Lao Shi, can you please pick one student out for me? Or say, Ma Lao Shi, can you tell the whole class to pay attention and participate in the activity? This will help a lot throughout the activity to help the class entertained and focused. Okay, next up is probably, I never seen this slide before, so I have a very interesting new activity in front of me. Okay, I look, kite, cat, dogs, perfect. Cat and dogs, these are like the two cutest creatures on earth. The kids probably love them. So why don't we start with that? So I always think, I will ask the class, who likes dog better than cat? Who like cat better than dog? Ask them, why do they like cat better than dog? Why do they like dog better than cat? And after they're like all hyped up and everything, then you start the activity, such as one of my personal favorite is to act and recognize. So you ask Ma Lao Shi to invite one student up from the class and to act as an animal, like maybe a dog, like, ooh, 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 like, okay, the student act as a dog and the whole class can guess what he or she is doing. So the class guess, oh, 它 is a go, and then you can be like, oh, how do you say go in English? Then you say dog. And like, oh, 它是一个 zebra. Oh, 它是一个斑马. And then how do you say 斑马 in English? You say zebra. So that's a very interesting way to, start the activity. And there's a lot more activities you can do. We would like to encourage volunteers to, if you're not there yet, maybe just stick with the notes on the speaker's note. But if you think you're ready and ready to take the next step, we would really like to encourage you to think outside of the box and, advance your own thing. For example, like, okay, I like to sing and I have a keyboard right next to me, so I can sing whenever I want. I think it's really engaging for students to hear that you can do something like unique. Like singing is something unique to me and I love it. And I think the class love it too. So find something that's unique to you and try to incorporate that into your lesson. And that will be way 10 times more interesting for you as well as for the class. So that sums it up for a more creative way of teaching a lesson. And again, as Gloria said, we would like to encourage you to pursue a more advanced level of teaching. However, if you're not comfortable yet, if you just got started, this is your first, second lesson, please just stick with the regular, there's nothing to be ashamed of. We will always have an executive teaching with you and guide you through the lesson. And lastly, we would just like to thank you a lot for sticking with us. Thank you for volunteering at EFA. If you have the spare money, please donate to the fundraiser. We will post a link in the group chat. And thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.